There comes a time in every YouTuber's life where they result to standing in front of a corkboard. Mine came after Rajan's, and somehow I am talking about Muppet lore. If you're wondering why I'm wearing a hat, it's because my hair looks awful right now. I know that's never stopped me before, but I feel this is a more etiquette occasion. So, Poodle, you might be wondering, why are you discussing the Muppet lore? Because I didn't think personally that there was any Muppet lore to begin with. Is there? I don't know. So one thing I noticed about each Muppet movie is that they fall into 3 different categories. They fall into the Muppets just living their life, like as actors, because in this lore, we're gonna just say that the Muppets are actors, like Robert Downey Jr., John Krasinski. There's a lot more actors than those. Tom Holland, Robert De Niro, William Carpenter, me. That might be it. There's another one of the Muppets making movies. This one only occurs if it's prompted with a behind-the-scenes look before the movie, like they're on a Hollywood lot watching the premiere of a movie they just made, or like they're on a Hollywood lot about to shoot a movie, or they're on Hollywood Boulevard. And the final category is the Muppets in the movies. So that one's when the Muppets are in a movie and there's no, there can be fourth wall jokes because the Muppets do that, but there's no indication that the Muppets themselves are putting on this movie. Why do I have an AirPod in? So, and also, this sticker is available at poodogshop.com. Link in the description, and it's probably on the screen. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know the last time I edited a video. So I'm going to go in chronological release order of each Muppet movie, and I'm going to put them into their 3 respective categories, whatever one they fall in, which also is the timeline order. I had this whole bit planned where I was going to say, this is the order of the timeline of the Muppet, but they literally just take place in different decades. Anyways, let's go to the Muppet lore. Woo! Fair warning, I was printing out little cards to put on the board for each of the Muppet movies, but I printed them opposite of release order. So the Great Muppet Caper and the Muppet Movie are little drawings by moi. So we're gonna start with the Muppet Movie, the original one from 1987. I'm not gonna look it up and correct myself. I'll do it in post. The original Muppet Movie is about all the Muppets, but Kermit's kind of the main guy, so I put Kermit on there. And right off the bat, you know which category this falls into. It falls under the Muppets making movies because it starts off with Statler and Waldorf driving in to a Hollywood lot, but Statler and Waldorf are driving in to go be miserable at the premiere of the first Muppets movie. And once they get in, they go to the screening room, and all the Muppets are, you know, being Muppety. Put this one on the Muppet board. Woo! Kermit the Frog's nephew Robin describes the movie as a story on how the Muppets really got together, and then Kermit says it's approximately how it happened. And that's what happens. It's about the Muppets, it's about Kermit trying to go to Hollywood, and along the way he meets several Muppets. He meets Fozzie, he meets Gonzo, he meets Sweetums, he meets Miss Piggy. Once they get to Hollywood, they actually make the Muppet Movie about them getting together. This movie is the most meta movie I've ever watched. But basically, the Muppet Movie is a movie that is being put on by the Muppets about how the Muppets got together and made the Muppet Movie. You got all that? Now we're going to be moving on to the second Muppet Movie, The Great Muppet Caper. And again, I drew another picture of Kermit. If you watch the movie, you get the joke. But anyways, this movie, again, starts off with a lot of meta jokes. And you can tell straight off the bat, again, there's no debate, it is the Muppets making a movie. Because it starts off on a Hollywood lot saying, and then The Great Muppet Caper is about Kermit, Fozzie, and Gonzo going to Europe, and they're trying to figure out who's stealing the jewels from this Lady Holiday, and eventually something happens with Piggy where Kermit and her fall in love. That happens almost every single early Muppet movie. They have a whole entire subplot about Kermit and Piggy falling in love. I really like The Great Muppet Caper, but the plot is very simple, which is good. It's good. Also, this is the only Muppet movie that Jim Henson himself directed, and it has Muppet Ladder. All good Muppet movies have Muppet Ladder. The third movie is The Muppets Take Manhattan, and I actually have a little card for this one. This one is kind of difficult because on the surface you might think, okay, well it's another Muppet movie where Jim Henson was making the movies. The Muppets Take Manhattan is about the Muppets graduating from high school. Wait, is it college or high school? And I think it might be college. I think the Muppets graduating college. And once they graduate, they're like, oh, we're never gonna see each other again. And then Kermit's like, oh, well, why don't we just go and pitch our show that we wrote was it college or high school? I don't even know. Anyway, the Muppets are like, oh, we're not gonna see each other anymore, and then all of a sudden they get this idea to go pitch their play that they made, Manhattan Melodies, to a Broadway producer and try to get their show on Broadway. Surprisingly, has no evidence that this is a movie being made by the Muppets or a movie that the Muppets are in. Because there is one part where Kermit and Piggy fight, and then Kermit's like, hey bro, we gotta do this scene. Hey, it's me, Editing Poodog here. So, funny story about this video. I recorded this back in like November. It's May, oh my god. But yeah, this is wrong. What I'm saying, this scene that I'm describing happens in The Great Muppet Caper. Just realizing this now. So there's really no evidence that this movie should belong in the category that I'm trying to defend. Me describing this scene, it causes no issues with the video, but it just gives more evidence that The Great Muppet Caper was the Muppets making a movie. Here's the clip anyways, because it's like my favorite clip in the whole movie.
Piggy, you're overacting. What? You're overacting. You're hamming it up.
I am not. I am trying to save this movie.
Oh, yeah? Well, save your performance instead.
I am playing 800 different emotions.
Well, try to play one of them right.
Look, I have a career of my own.
I know all about your career, Pig.
I don't need this lousy duck pond.
Sure you don't need a lousy duck
just
pond.
walk.
Okay,
You
sure,
can
go
walk.
ahead,
Shut
walk.
up.
Go ahead, walk, sure, walk. No, go ahead and walk. Piggy. Listen.
I'm doing my best.
Well, I know you are. Piggy, I'm sorry. We gotta get back to the movie, though.
All right.
And that's what's making me lean towards the Muppets making a movie. But other than that, there's nothing really determining that the Muppets are making a movie. Like, there's no, hey guys, it's me, Kermit the Frog, and today we're gonna go and make a movie about a jewel thief or how the Muppets got together. It kind of is like, it's just a movie. So I'm gonna put this one in the Muppets living life because it shows a lot of like moments of like their life. Like, it shows them graduating from college. It shows Kermit having hard times in New York and like down on his luck. This movie reminds me of Spider-Man 2. And then it ends with a transition, a very hard transition between the wedding at the end of Manhattan Melodies to Miss Piggy and Kermit's actual wedding. And Miss Piggy and Kermit's actual wedding is like a big thing in the Muppets timeline. It gets referenced on like Jimmy Fallon.
Miss Piggy, are you dating anyone right now?
Yeah, that's it. She's dating anyone.
Very funny.
Chopper, new chopper, it came with the beat.
So I'm gonna put that one in the Muppets Living Life. If you have complaints, hit the dislike button. I'm not gonna see it. You probably aren't even, no one's probably even watching this video. They're probably going watch Garrett the Carrot videos or something. I don't know. The next two Muppet movies are made by Brian Henson, the brother of Jim Henson. And honestly, The Muppets Christmas Carol is just a movie. Like, Gonzo doesn't even act like Gonzo the Great. It just feels like a movie. It doesn't even, it doesn't feel like it's trying to be, oh, this could be the Muppets' life. This could be, no, because the Muppets, they're casted. They're literally casted as characters. If you have a complaint, I don't want to hear it. Gonzo is referred to as Charles Dickens, the author of A Christmas Carol. Rizzo is the only character in this entire movie that has like an actual Muppet name. The rest of them are just Christmas Carol characters. Then Rizzo first showed up in Muppets Take Manhattan, and I guess he was a fan favorite character, which he is. I love Rizzo to death. But Rizzo is he's not even on the poster. Look at this. They didn't even put Rizzo on the poster. This is a Muppet. The Muppets are in a movie. The next movie on Brian Henson's Muppet Shenanigans is Muppets Treasure Island, and I don't like this movie. I'm gonna be frank. I didn't finish it. I couldn't. I turned it off. I don't like this movie. I don't like this movie one bit. It just feels like a Treasure Island movie with Muppets. So, I don't know the plot. Not gonna explain it. But, Muppets in a movie. The next movie is Muppets from Space, which is a great Muppet movie. It is not a musical, however. Like, this was a not really well received Muppet movie because all of these guys were musicals and they all had original music, whereas this one had pop songs and Brick House. And also, this entire movie features the Muppets just in a house living together. And there's no like Hollywood, hey guys, we're making a movie, or like they're not named Gonzo, Rizzo, and Kermit and stuff. They're all the Muppets. They're all the Muppets, and they're all just living life. So maybe it's about the Muppets living life. Anyways, Muppets 2011 is a very controversial movie to put in my Muppet lore, because at first you watch it and it's about this guy named Walter, and he's living his normal life, and all of a sudden he finds out that he's going to the Muppet Studios with his brother Gary. And might I mention that Walter himself is obsessed with the Muppets. I really related to this Walter character. Walter goes to the Muppet Studios with Gary and Gary's girlfriend, and basically they find out that an evil oil baron is trying to destroy the Muppet Studios. So Walter has to rally up the gang, and they have to make another installment of the Muppet Show, which all seems like it's just a reunion tour for the Muppets. So it seems like the Muppets living their lives, but we're gonna have to go into Muppets Most Wanted territory, which is a direct sequel to Muppets 2011. Because in Muppets Most Wanted, it's revealed that the Muppets 2011 was just a movie put on by the Muppets to introduce a new Muppet named Walter. Like, we've had Kermit and Piggy's movie, we've had Gonzo's movie, we've had the Muppets movie, we've had the Miss Piggy movie. This one's Alfred from Batman Begins movie. And then this one, I didn't finish it. So then this is supposed to be Walter's movie. So it's confirmed that in Muppets Most Wanted that the Muppets was the Muppets in a movie. And it's confirmed in a different movie that Muppets 2011 is the Muppets in a movie. Because in Muppets 2011, they never state that it's a movie. Besides like random fourth wall breaking jokes. But other than that, it's just a movie about the Muppets living their lives. But it's the Muppets in a movie about the Muppets living their lives. So that means that Muppets 2011 is a movie where the Muppets are in it. And in the same scene where they confirmed that this was a movie, they also confirmed that they're making another movie about the Muppets going on a world tour, which is this movie. So that means that Muppets Most Wanted is a movie about the Muppets making a movie. This movie, The Muppets 2011, confirms another thing. It confirms that the original Muppet Show, like the show that Jim Henson put on, was the Muppets living their life. I don't know how this timeline works. This is something else. But I don't know how this timeline works. Because in this one, they're graduating college. I think it might go bien, bien, bien. In this one, the Muppets are graduating college. In this one, they live together. In this one, they're on a TV show together. But Muppets 2011 confirms that the Muppet Show was how the Muppets lived in their actual lives. And confirmed that Muppet Studios is an actual place. Or the Muppet Show is just another movie about the Muppets putting on a show. Or the Muppet Show is a show about the Muppets making a show. That's why I was only doing movies. In my heart, the Muppets actually lived the Muppet Show. I hope that made sense.